Hi, I'm David Breslow, founder of the Personal Best Academy and the Personal Best Tennis Program. I'm a former teaching pro and director of mental toughness at the National Tennis Center, and for the last 25 years, I hate to say it, it's been that long, I've been a mental game coach working with pro and amateur athletes at all levels of many different sports, including, of course, tennis, because I have such a personal investment and passion for the game. But in today's little video, I want to tell you the #1 reason that I believe tennis players aren't getting what they want. Because in my travels, doing presentations and talking to individual clients, and when I was playing on the circuit, I would talk to many tennis players, and they would share with me their frustration. And I discovered over the years that there's a reason for it. It's the #1 reason that we aren't getting what we want on the tennis court. And that is, very simply, that we're looking for our answers in the wrong place. I know that sounds funny, but where do we look for our answers? We look at TV shows, we look to friends, we look to our tennis pros. We are looking for workshops, we read books on the subject of peak performance or sports psychology. And what's really interesting is I will ask my clients, how often do you use tips? 98% of them will say, all the time. They're looking for tips. And then I ask, well, how long do those tips last? And then they actually start laughing because they know. And apparently nobody's really asking them that, but they know. As soon as I ask the question, the most common answer I get is not that long. Not that long. So if the tips that you try don't really last that long, why do you keep running around looking for them? And the answer to that question, by most people's accounts, is I don't know what else to use. Everywhere I turn, every article I read, I watch the tennis channel, I listen to my tennis pro, I talk to my friends, I go to workshops, they're always giving me some tips. Well, of course they are. We live in a quickie fix tip world. But here's the problem with quick fix tips. They don't last. And most people who've applied them, if you've applied them, you know what I'm talking about. They don't last. They might have worked for an hour today, or maybe even a set or a couple sets. But then somehow, shortly, they seem to disappear. You can't rely on that same tip you learned 3 days ago to give you the same response today. There's a reason for that. Listen, quick fix tips are called quick fix tips for a reason. They have that name on purpose. It's because they're temporary solutions. Here's the metaphor. If you lived in a home where the foundation was falling apart, let's say the pipes were rusting and the wood is rotting, would you go out to the store and buy paint and just paint the outside of the house and just kind of fool yourself and think everything's okay? Well, you may be sitting there nodding your head and going, no, I wouldn't do that. Yet this is exactly what we do. I've done it too. It's exactly what we do when we run around looking for more tips and more information to help us play better. The problem is we have not yet built the strong foundation. We haven't fixed the pipes. We haven't changed the wood to make it new and fresh and strong. So what I'm talking about is building the foundation. I have a program where I teach 7 laws of human performance. You'll hear more about that later on, not today. And that is the foundation for everything you do. In fact, when you click on the link below in the next video, you're going to hear the #1 question I get asked by tennis players all around the world. And I'm going to answer that question for you in that video. And if you want to learn more about the program, the 7 Laws program, you will have an avenue to do that as well. But for today, I wanted to tell you this #1 truth about why as tennis players we don't get what we want. And most people I know want to play better tennis. And they certainly want to play better tennis where it counts most. And that would be on the match play court. So, the reason we're not getting what we want, again, is that we're looking in the wrong place for the answers we seek. And I know that may sound strange to a lot of you because the tendency is to just go around looking outside, looking at books and tapes and CDs and all sorts of things to get the information you think you need. And I'm telling you, and you know from your own experience, that's not where the answer lies. So, Dave Breslow, founder of the Personal Best Academy, thanks for hanging in there with me. I look forward to talking to you real soon. Don't forget to click the link on the bottom of this video. It'll take you to another page where you'll be able to be sent to a second video. And it's all free. So I look forward to talking to you real soon. Take care.